Hello and welcome back to another Final Table commentary. Today we got a 530 mystery bounty from Scoop 2025. We got Alistair on the final table, Fabi Street 7, I Sense Blood is Back, ripping in the ace and the jack and taking it down pre. Got Centaurus, Parry Me Jensen, Jiu-Jitsu for Life, Super Sam Boy, Flair Hoove, and Baruzzi. Got some cat hair in my mouth to start this thing off. 10-7 suited. Fabi's gonna open it on up from the cutoff. 10-7-0 for Parry Me Jensen in the big blind. We'll let that one go. If at any point in time you find yourself not caring for the commentary, there'll be a link in the description down below to the video and KalipokerTV poker replays, so you can go check out the action in some silence. And a thank you to them for the video. Ace Queen for Flair Hoove is going to open it up under the gun +1 and take it down pre. Ace Queen suited. Baruzzi under the gun +1. Opening up the minimum, not too much behind Centaurus with Ace 7, 12 blinds, not going to play that one. Ace Queen will just get through pre-flop once again. Ace 4 for Fabi, the big stack. We'll open it up. 8-9 suited for Flair Hoove in the big blind. We'll see if they play. Looks like a call, right? Why did I question, and why would I question if they're going to play? King 7 flop. 3 in a row, a backdoor club draw for Flair Hoove. We'll see if they stick in a check raise. Nope. Just a quick fold. Ace Queen for Jiu-Jitsu. What's behind? Ace 4 for Flair Hoove. 9-6-0 for Baruzzi in the big blind. Doesn't look like much to play with there in the big blind. Flair Hoove not likely to 3-bet here. Super Sam Boy was thinking about it there for a second, but they let that go. Another one just gets through pre-flop. Ace Jack in the big blind. Flair Hoove with Ace King on the button. We're going to have some action here. Alistair could just call pre-flop. Of course, a 3-bet could come in as well. Oh, we get the King 8 suited open from Super Sam Boy. That's some good shit. Might even save Alistair. No, right? Ace Jack suited is pretty damn strong here. Might just stick in a 4-bet. Covering both players. I think we're going to see it. Oh, nice fold by Alistair. Very pretty Ace Jack as spades just hits the muck from the big blind. Jiu-Jitsu has aces. Fabi with Queen 8-0 in the big blind has 80 blinds behind. It's a very small bet. Only one to call to see a flop. Fabi's quickly in there. 9-6-4 flop. Goes check 7 on the turn. Great card for Fabi. Any 5 or 10 gives him a straight. Great board for the big blind. He's going to lead out here. 6.5. It's just large too. Aces are in a pickle. Hard to fold aces on the turn, but there's some nasty river cards. Any club. Put a jack out there. A 3 is interesting. One liner to a 5. Jack of clubs. Beautiful card. Fabi jams here. Aces, I don't know what to do. That 8 of clubs is so powerful. There's the all-in. Jiu-Jitsu does have the nut flush blocker. But then, never mind, there's a straight flush out there. 10-8 suited. Oh boy. Oh boy, what a pickle for aces. Like if you check back, if you bet on the flop, you might get check raised. You might be able to get it all in on the turn if Fabi continues to tell the story. But after a check raise call on the flop, Fabi might slow down. I don't know. I don't know how aces get this all in comfortably. Unless there's the hero call. What a beautiful call by Jiu-Jitsu with the aces. Holy wee wah. King for Baruzzi. Fabi's still hanging pretty with 55 blinds, but that was a big hit to their stack. Ace 5 suited for Alistair is a 3-betting hand. Baruzzi opens large 2.3 blinds. Does Alistair have a size other than all in? They just say, I'm going to keep folding my way to victory. hanging on out. No reason to bluff your stack off in this situation, I suppose Alistair is teaching us. I sense blood with ace 6-0 in the big blind. Might be thinking about a 3-bet though. There's the jam. Alistair says, no reason to bluff your stack off here. Clubs? No, just a deuce of spades. No ace on the river. I sense blood is down to like 7-8 blinds. Oh boy. Baruzzi, ace 9-0. Might get back in there. We got I sense blood with the short stack. Covering Alistair. Covering Centaurus in the big blind. Baruzzi has a lot of reasons to come in for an open. Alistair calls the king 10-0. King 10 suited calls for Fabi on the button. King 7 suited for Centaurus calls the big. Jack 6-6 flop. 2 clubs for Fabi. Baruzzi. Backdoor club draw. Probably doesn't care about it. Does have the pre-flop aggression. Betting lead. They just check it on over though. Alistair doesn't have a great reason to bet. But they still stick in a 3-blind bet. What an interesting play by Alistair. I'm going to get called by the flush draw, of course. Now Baruzzi with ace 9. I don't think we hang in here. King on the turn. Both players make top pair. Obviously we're sweating a club here. Alistair bets about 7 blinds. Does Fabi ever jam on the turn just with the free roll? They say no. We'll just call 7 of diamonds on the river. Goes check and we will chop the pot. Fabi's not going to be too happy about that. That bet on the flop there. Anyway, Super Samboy with ace king suited will go for a 2.2 blind open off of about 13.5. Seven six suited. Fabi will call from the cutoff. I sense blood with 6-6. I don't know if we want to get this in 3 ways. We might just fold. No, I sense blood says, fuck it, we're all in. Ace king will get it in with the most equity here, 45%. Oh, we are just flipping instead. 7-6 suited gets out of the way. Ace king makes a bout, sorry. And we do lose I sense blood. Mystery bounty is small, 369. Queen jack suited for Centaurus. Does have the best holding in this situation. 7 blinds. From the button, good stuff. They rip it all in. Both players fold. I'm surprised you just didn't call there for the bounty, but they obviously would have got it in horrifically. Ace 4 for Centaurus from the button in last place. 10 blinds. Not afraid to put their life on the line. They rip it all in. Pretty well a flip here. King jack suited in the big blind calls. No king or jack yet. No straight help. 9 on the river means nothing. Centaurus gets the full double. 21 blinds for him. Oh, looks like we get a quick break. There we go. Ace 9 for Alistair comes in for the open under the gun +1. How many hand? 8-handed. And the open will get through pretty good stuff for Alistair. Ace 8 for Fabi, first place still. They're just going to pass on the spot. Queen 3 suited for Jujutsu is going to open. Super Samboy rips it in with 7s and takes it down pre. Flare Hoove, ace 4-0. They are covered by the blinds here. They come in for a bigger open size, 2.2 blinds. Baruzzi with Queen 10 suited might think about the 3-bet all in. They find it very quickly. Ace 4 probably hits the muck. Does not want to call it off. Nice play by Baruzzi. Ace jack suited for Alistair in the small. King 9 old Baruzzi from the button. I think we open. 2.3 blinds. Baruzzi goes for the bigger sizing once again. Alistair with ace jack suited in another weird spot. This time they find the 3-bet and good shit. They should just take it down pre. Unless Baruzzi's thinking 4-bet bluff. Does it work? I don't think we call here. King 9 oh, isn't King 9 suited? Do we ever 4-bet super small? Whoa, we do. 13 blinds. So how many more is it to call? Like 5.5 or something? Exactly 5.5. Alistair finds the 5-bet all in. 5-bet all in. We'll take it down pre. Very well. Very good job. Great job, Alistair. King Jack O for Super Samboy. We'll open it up. Jack 8 suited for Alistair. And let me tell you, it's been a beautiful game. They had that Ace Jack suited early on against, I think, Flair Hooves Ace King. They found a way to fold to the 3-bet pre. Shit, there was a few other plays. I just seemingly lost them all in my head as soon as I started to talk about them. But anyway, Super Samboy flops top 2. Bets small and takes it down on the flop. What else did Alistair do that was so impressive? Well, that 5-bet all in with the Ace Jack. Just knows Baruzzi's doing the 4-betting small a little bit too much. King 9-0. That's no good. Ace Jack for Flair Hoove. Off 18. Comes in for the open and takes it down pre. There was a few other plays by Alistair. It's been a beautiful game by them. 10-8 suited. Baruzzi's going to limp it on in here. Jiu-Jitsu's in the big blind. Fabi was still in the hand. Interesting play by Baruzzi. Parry me Jensen. Queen 9-0 from the small. We'll let that go. 7-3 suited. Forced to see a flop here. Jack 8-2 flop. All clubs. Baruzzi might bet a blind and take the pot down. We give him a free turn? Are you serious? 9 of diamonds. Baruzzi picks up a open-ended straight draw. And Jiu-Jitsu does pick up the straight draw to the 10. Other than that, that's it. Queen of diamonds. Baruzzi does make the straight. We'll see if Jiu-Jitsu throws out a bluff. Is this just a beautiful play by Baruzzi? I would have never limped. I would have bet the flop. 1 blind. The pot would have been done then. We do get an extra 1.1 blinds out of Jiu-Jitsu here. Baruzzi will raise it on up. I think. There's a flop straight potential. Baruzzi still finds the value raise. Very nicely done. Obviously they're not getting paid off, but it's cool to see the value raise on the river there just with the straight. 9-4-0. Surely Baruzzi just lets it go. We got a Jack 8 suited for Fabi. That's a little bit of playability. They open it up. Centaurus with Ace 4 suited. Could think about a 3-bet here. Do we ever make it 4.5 blinds? Yes, we do. Nicely done, Centaurus. No, Fabi doesn't really have a 4-betting hand. They find a call though. 10-7-6 flop. Fabi loves this board. Straight draw to the 9. Backdoor spades. 2 live cards. Most importantly, a lot of what Centaurus would 3-bet misses. Jack on the turn as flop goes check check. Yikes. Fabi isn't going to bet for value, I don't think. Unless we see a clean old 9 on the river. 3 of diamonds. Do we jam for value? Man, I think we still have the best hand with Jack 8 here. Surely we can just rip it in for value. But is he even going to call with worse? Well, we're going to find out. Ace 4 suited. Probably hits the muck here. There is some like queen or king queen. Not much that you beat there. So Centaur says that's just an easy fold with Ace 4. King queen. That's about it. Jiu-Jitsu's got kings this time, but not much doing for the other 2. I'll go for the min raise and take it down pre. Like, does Fabi... No, there's just nothing that Fabi has that Centaurus beats with Ace 4 suited. King 8. Jiu-Jitsu will come in for the open. A quick jam by Super Samboy. Ooh, 9s. I didn't even see that. Baruzzi isolates from the big blind. We're looking for an ace or queen. We lose Super Samboy. Just like that, Baruzzi gets their stack back. 40 blinds. That'll put them in second place. They get another $360. Add to their score. And we lose Super Samboy, which is a fun name to say in 8th place. Queen Jack suited for Fabi will open under the gun aces. Off 10.5 blinds are just going to rip it in, and I think they still get a call here. 8 and a little bit to call into 23. We got a straight draw to the 9. No 9 on the river there. We got a 3. 23 blinds will slide over to Centaurus. Just like that. It looks like they folded a pocket pair of 5s under the gun. 6-9 suited for Alistair. Does cover Fabi now. Are we raising? We are raising. 3 blinds to go. Fabi with King 10 in the big blind has playability. Could get blown off his pot potentially. 8-5-3 flop. Great board for Alistair. Fuck me. 2 live cards. Straight draw to the 7. Oh, and the flush draw, but we get a call by Fabi with the king high on the flop here, and then they bang off a pair of kings on the turn. Big bet by Alistair too, 8 blinds. They still got plenty of equity. Heart or a 7 dealer. 8 of diamonds. Well, that's not what Alistair's looking for. Can we get top pair to fold somehow? I don't think a pair of 8s bets like that on the turn. So you'd only really be repping like aces or something like this, and that's a little bit too hard. Maybe some boats like 5s and 3s, but like you're trying to rep kings too, a good pair of kings maybe. Why did I think he was just repping boats? You know what? Just scrap all those comments, cause I don't even know what I was saying. Ace 10, Parry me Jensen. I think for the first time they open under the gun. The open will get through pre. They're hanging out with about 16 blinds. Baruzzi with Jack. Queen Jack for Centaurus. I don't know what we even do here. Do we call or just fold? I don't really want to jam. Centaurus might want to. Do we go for a small 3-bet? No, we just call. Parry me Jensen with 7-4 suited will complete from the big blind. 8-5-2 flop. 1 heart, 1 club. Centaurus and Jensen with backdoor draws. Jensen as well with a straight draw to the 6. Bruzzi with the over pair of jacks will bet about a 3rd pot. There's Jensen hanging there for a bet. They do. They pick up the heart draw too. Weird spot for them though. Gonna be hard to call a bet unless it's super small. Like I think it has to be less than a 3rd pot. I don't even know, man. Like, aren't we just priced out? 4 1/4. Straight draw to the 6 and a hard draw. I don't really want to jam. Doesn't feel like we're gonna get our bet through. Oh, we do jam. Quick call by Jacks. Jack of hearts on the river. Parry me Jensen gets there, but oh boy. Fabi with a couple of 9s. I'll open it on up. A7-0 for Centaurus. Doesn't it just feel like you're priced out of the pot though? 4 1/4 blinds. Like he did pick up equity, of course. I think he got it in with some like 30. Okay, Baruzzi at 77, I think. Just under 30% there for Parry me Jensen. I don't know, man. King 4 suited for Centaurus will raise and take it down pre. Straight draw and flush draw, and we get there. Good shit. Queen 3-0 hits the muck, of course. That does put them in 2nd place. That's a huge pot. King 7 for Jiu-Jitsu will open it up. And the raise will get through pre. 10-7 suited, covering the remaining players. Looks like an open. Not much doing behind. 9-3 suited for Alistair in the big blind. Alistair will call. Ace King 10 flop. Get a small C bet by the pair of 10s. Alistair with a backdoor flush draw that's dominated. Does just let go of their holding. Ace 9 suited, Parry me Jensen will be in there. Ace 5 suited for Alistair from the small blind is in a weird spot. Doesn't really want a 3-bet all in here. Flair Hoove not looking at their screen is 7 deuce O. Gonna find the fold. Alistair though, what do? We've played a strong game. I can only remember a few plays. They rip all in the East 5 suited. We'll see if Perry Jensen lets her go. Nicely done by Alistair. It's just a beautiful play every time. I was a little afraid to 3-bet there, but Alistair says no, just yoink it in with confidence. And your 3-bet gets through pre, getting the better hand to fold. Flair Hoove this time with ace 9 suited will just rip it in for 11.5 blinds and take it down pre-flop. 9-9 for Flair Hoove. Has a few more pennies to play with. Elects still just to rip it in for just under 14. Perry Jensen in the big blind with ace deuce O. Not really a calling hand. Baruzzi, for whatever reason, was tanking there. Another rip will get through pre. King Jack O for Alistair. Surely Baruzzi. Let's go of 8-9. Looks like the raise will just get through pre-flop. So what do we got locked up here? How many players left? 7? Got 2,300 locked up, 11k for the victory. I guess that's good to note. Ace 9 O for Fabi. Opens it up. Ace 10 for Jiu-Jitsu from the small blind. Will 3-bet here. Nicely done. A 3-bet bluff and takes it down pre. Ace 3 suited for Fabi. I'll open it up. Ace Jack for Baruzzi in the big blind is suited. 17 blinds in total. Might just rip it in pre-flop. They elect to call. Good shit. Ace Queen 5 flop. Both players with top pair. Get a small C bet by Fabi. Backdoor straight draw. Backdoor flush draw. Top pair as well, of course. Baruzzi with a backdoor straight draw. Top pair. No backdoor flush draw. Does stick in the check raise on the flop here. 4.4 blinds. Beautiful play. Bang off 2 pair on the turn. Probably gonna rip it in. 10.5 blinds into 14. Fabi drawing to what, a queen? I think a queen's a chop. Oh fuck. Somebody's mowing the lawn. I'm gonna go close the window. Ace 4 for Jiu-Jitsu. Just gonna let that go from the cutoff. Baruzzi with ace king from the small blind will raise it up to 3.5 blinds and probably just take it down pre. 10-7 for Alistair hits the muck. King 10 for Flair Hoove from the cutoff. Weird spot for him. Does find the min raise here. A couple of ace highs from the button and small blind. We got a small 3-bet by Baruzzi. Beautiful play. A6 O should just get this through pre. Unless Alistair's up to something sneaky. They 4-bet from the small to 8.5 blinds. Leaving them with 12.7 behind. Does Baruzzi just yoink it in here now? What a battle between these two. Baruzzi doesn't believe it at all. Doesn't Alistair just snap fold if the jam comes in? Baruzzi just says, I can't find it right now. Has to preserve their spot. They are in first place position still. Would have been one hell of a play by Baruzzi. They knew something was wrong there. That ace 9 should have just hit the muck facing the jam. Anyways, Baruzzi moves along with another ace 6 here. 33 blinds. Looks like an open. There is a potential that they're going to start to open rip. Perry Jensen with 25 blinds in the big blind probably deters that. King 9 will find a call pre-flop. 9-7-3 is the 3 cards that come. Ace 6 with some backdoor equity. We'll go for a big hefty 3.29 blind bet. Perry Jensen with top pair. Second best kicker going nowhere. They find the call. 10 of spades on the turn, so Baruzzi does pick up a straight draw to the 8. Brucey very well could rep the over pairs. You know, there's a 8-6 did make a straight. We get a small turn bet, 4 3/4. Feels like we have to call with the pair nines. Weird spot though. King on the river, no longer a weird spot. Parry Me Jensen loves life. They're like, rip it in, dude. Queen Jack made a straight though. That kind of sucks. Would Queen Jack bet that small on the turn? I don't know. 2 pairs I don't think folds here. No flush draws out there. We just river 2 pairs. We just call this bet. 8.5 on the river. Barozzi sees the bad news. Does leave him with 14 blinds, covering Flair Hooves still. Alistair with 7-7 will raise to 2 blinds. Ace 10 for Jiu-Jitsu in the big blind. Is there a world where we rip it in pre-flop? Or do we still come in for a smaller 3-bet? If we were to 3-bet. Turns out we'll never know. Jiu-Jitsu just says call pre. 5-4 3-flop. Straight draw, backdoor flush draw, over pair for Alistair. They'll go for a C-bet. About a 3rd pot. Jiu-Jitsu calls. 3 pairs the board on the turn. Jiu-Jitsu's thinking lead. They find the check. Alistair says that's a pretty clean card. I'm going to bet again. 6.5-ish. And the big bet will get through as blinds go up. So Parry Me Jensen, 36 blinds, first place position. Alistair, 27 blinds in second. Jiu-Jitsu with 24 in third. And then we got some shorties, yo. Fabi with Jack, Ace Queen suited for Jiu-Jitsu. Should get this all in pre. Flair Hoove will get out of the way, I do believe. Looking for an ace or queen. We do find it now, just a jack dealer. We're going to lose Fabi, who came in here with the big stack. Jiu-Jitsu will get the KO. And what do you know, a small little $369 bounty. The crowd goes wild. Whoa. Alistair with Jack 8 suited. Opening under the gun. 3rd place position now. Sees a small 3-bet. Queen 3 suited. You love to see it though. Whoa, and we just jam Jack 8 suited, dude. Queen 3 suited comes in for a 3-bet, but the 4-bet ripped by Alistair. Holy moly. 5-5 for Parry Me Jensen will raise and take it down pre. Jack 8 suited. Alistair was a non-believer. Hoof. King 9-0 for Alistair will rip and take it down pre. What a game by Alistair though. I always knew they were a strong player, but I've never seen them play like this, out of this world like this. Ace Queen for Flair Hoove will rip it in under the gun for 7 blinds. Jiu-Jitsu with Ace 5 in the big blind might think about a call. 6 more. They do find it, looking for a 5. Hearts would do. No, just a 5. Both players make 3 of a kind. That's no good. Well, I guess Flair Hoove survives, and that's kind of cool. Ace Queen for Centaurus. I'll rip it in for 9.5. Ace 9 for Jiu-Jitsu will isolate and see the bad news, looking for a 9. There's some chops. Oh, they find the 9. Dirty river, Poker Stars. Jiu-Jitsu will get another bounty here. And what do you know? $369. Ace 8 for Alistair, opening it up. 4 or 5 will call the big blind, flop a straight draw to the 6. Both the 5 and 4 are live. We see a free king on the turn. Brosy checking the straight draw. Alistair with ace high. Goes for a small turn bet, and that will get through. King Queen for Parry Me Jensen, gonna open it up. Ace 8 for Alistair in the big blind is covered by Parry Me Jensen. 7-5 3 flop. Alistair gets a free turn. 6 of diamonds. One-liner to the 4 out there. Alistair with a straight draw to the 4 or 9. Bets 2.6 into about 5.2. And the bet gets through. Queen Jack suited in the big blind. Ace 10 for Flair Hoove, ripping it in. We see equity runs pretty close here. 44% if we find the call. There's 12 more blinds. Those are important right now. Like if we call them we're wrong, we're down to 23? Man, that would suck. We do still find the call. Looking for the queen or jack here, dealer. Just a queen or jack? Nope. Flair Hoove gets the full double. 27.5 blinds. They did a good job of hanging on out, picking up some hands, and then they get the double there. Pretty well flipping. Good shit for Flair Hoove. Alistair was 7-5-0 on the button. Gonna eventually let that go. Parry me Jensen with king queen from the small. We'll limp it in. Jiu-Jitsu with an ace in the big blind. Could always just yoink it in, but probably not. We probably want to use a smaller raising size, and we are just gonna check it back. Queen 7-6 flop. Parry me Jensen with top pair. Bets a blind. Ace high with the backdoor straight draw. Calls. Deuce on the turn. So like ace high could still be good here. Still plenty of like 8-9, 8-5, 5-4, 3.5 blinds to go. Well, nice fold by Jiu-Jitsu. Doesn't overthink the situation in that spot. Here's like with ace high, 10-10 for Baruzzi. We'll rip it in under the gun. Ace 8 suited for Flair Hoove and the big blind will call. And we're looking for an ace dealer. Only an ace. We do not find it. Baruzzi gets the full double. 13 blinds. Good shit for Baruzzi. King 5-0 on the button. See, we're close to just ripping it in here. Whoa, Jiu-Jitsu says do the exact opposite. Limp it on in. Jack 4 completes from the small blind. 7-3 gets a free flop and actually flops the best hand. Queen 10-3. Jiu-Jitsu might just bet and take it down. They say no. I don't understand limp pots at all. 4 on the turn. The pair of 3s somehow bets 2.5 blinds. Takes the pot down. Nicely done, Baruzzi. Uh-oh, ace queen versus queens. Ace queen gonna open. Queen queen will find a 3-bet. Might be small though. 4.5 blinds. Like if I'm Jiu-Jitsu, I rip it in, but it does make some sense to be a little bit more concerned. Do we just want to call pre? Like if we jam, we're probably getting everything worse to fold. So we do just land on the call option pre-flop. Jack 8-2. We got the backdoor flush, backdoor straight. Ace queen is in a pickle. Very small bet, 2.7 blinds. Not much behind though, only 13. Only 13 behind. 5 of diamonds, we are done with it. We are done with it. Uh-oh, what's Jiu-Jitsu thinking about? They land on the check. Good shit. Like Flair Hoove probably just rips. Pretty wet board. Not too many straight draws that I would imagine Jiu-Jitsu has. It was a very small 3-bet pre-flop. Like maybe a lot of that small stuff still comes along. Anyways, we move along. Blinds go up. King queen suited. Flair Hoove just rips it in for 23 blinds. Baruzzi with ace jack. Yo, they're gonna call with 12. Queen high board though. We're looking for ace jack or spade. Jack on the river makes 3 of a kind for Baruzzi. 26 blinds slide their way. Flair Hoove down to 11.5, back in last place. Ace 7, Baruzzi will open it up from the cutoff and probably just get it through pre. Alistair in first place position after seeing a whole bunch of action. 5-4 suited, Baruzzi limps. King 9 for Alistair. They're gonna let that go. Parry me Jensen with ace 5 suited though. Weird spot. We cover Flair Hoove in the big blind. Do we just call? We do. I was thinking we don't really want to raise here. Baruzzi opening it up off of 27 blinds in total. Jiu-Jitsu with King 4 will also come along from the small blind. We get an 8-3-2 flop. Open ender for Baruzzi. Straight draw to the 4 and backdoor flush draw for Jensen. Jiu-Jitsu with backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Flair Hoove with not much. 7 high. Backdoor straight draws, I do suppose. Baruzzi bets. We get a call by Jensen. Deuce of hearts on the turn is a weird card. Jensen picks up the flush draw. Baruzzi bets about 4 blinds. See, if we jam here, I kind of understand it. No, do we just call though? Doesn't calling make more sense? Jensen, what do we do, dude? We do find the call. 6 on the river. Bad news. Not a heart, obviously. Baruzzi makes the straight. There's a paired board, but they're going to rip it all in and probably just get the bet through. Now there's a few missed heart draws that we beat with ace 5. But I don't think so. I don't think we're going to find the hero call here. We still cover Flair Hoove. Jensen goes deep in the tank. I'm kind of worried. I think Jensen's going to find the call now. I hope they fold. I talked myself into some nasty hero calls with ace high. Jensen was thinking this one through for a long time, and they thought right though. Eats for Flair Hoove. Jiu-Jitsu with 10-8-0. Baruzzi in the big blind's kind of scary, so the 10-8 hits the muck. Eats will rip and take it down pre. King Queen for Flair Hoove. Parry me Jensen. I'm gonna let go of the suited Jack 9. Jiu-Jitsu will let go of 5-4. Flair Hoove rips it in and might get a call here. Yikes, that's a big price, dude. Be about 11 blinds for both players to call. Baruzzi lets go of an ace high. Alistair does have the best of it if they find the call. 42% for Flair Hoove. We're going to run it out, dealer. We're looking for a jack or some hearts. King or queen, dealer. No 9 on the river. Flair Hoove is Gonzo Alonzo. 25 blinds. Slide over to Alistair. Oh, and they scoop a 5k bounty. That's juicy right there. That's juicy. Ace 6 suited. Jiu-Jitsu will open. Alistair with a couple of ducks. They're going to rip it in. Jam will get through pre-flop for him. Well played by Alistair. Well deserved big bounty if we're being honest. Jiu-Jitsu with King 9 from the big blind. They're going to rip it all in. Alistair's just going to let go of the ace 5. King 8. Alistair will open. Boop, 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 boop. 10-8 from the button. No, again, Alistair's in the big blind. Baruzzi's scary in the small blind with all those chips. 10-8-0 just gonna hit the muck. 3-6 suited, gonna limp it in. 5-2 checks it back, and we get a 3-2-2 flop. 3 of a kind versus top pair, I guess. Do you even call it top pair when there's only one possible pair on the board? I don't know. Anyways, Alistair with 3 of a kind will bet 2 blinds. I don't know if Baruzzi raises the small bet. Or the big bet, sorry. If it's a small bet, we might raise. If it's a big bet, we call. Ace on the turn. Oh, that's a flush draw. Baruzzi's suited. Baruzzi's got the straight draw to the spades. Holy fuck. Flush draw to the spades. No straight draw for Baruzzi. Alistair's got a straight draw to the 4. Baruzzi bets small. We get a call. 8 of diamonds on the turn. Is Baruzzi done with the pot now? I understand they put some more chips in the middle on the turn, but we don't really want to pay off a bet on the river. We don't really want to bet ourselves. Alistair, of course, with 3 of a kind is going to ruin Baruzzi's plan. Do we bet pot? How big do we bet? We do go full pot. Baruzzi goes in the tank. I don't think they really want to pay it off. Oh, they do stick in the call, and they're tied up with Jiu-Jitsu in second place now. Huge play by Alistair with 3 of a kind to still get paid there on the river. Wowsy. Jack 6 suited, Jensen in the big blind. Ace 3 suited, we'll rip it in for Baruzzi. Jensen's out of there. Alistair, Jack 8, gonna rip it in for about 15 blinds, 16 blinds effective with Jiu-Jitsu. The jam will get through pre, 9-7 suited, Jensen folds, King 10 will rip from the small. Jiu-Jitsu will take that one down pre-flop. 6-6, Jensen's all in. Leaves himself with 2.6 blinds just in case all 4 players are all in, and the bet will get through pre. 9, Jack suited and big blind facing a jam is going to be in a weird spot. Might have to find the call here. Alistair was 6-5-0. Nice fold by Alistair. I think they were going to get looked up there by the better holding. Alistair with 10-8 suited will rip and take it down pre. Queens in the small. If I'm Jiu-Jitsu, I might limp it in here. You could also go for a small raise, I think. Jiu-Jitsu goes for the quick limp. Baruzzi with Queen 2 checks it back. 5-5-4 flop. We do have a backdoor straight flush draw, which is, I guess, something to note when you have Queen 2. Queen 2-0. Jiu-Jitsu gonna give him all the rope in the world. Checks it on over. Hard not to imagine Baruzzi's gonna fire a bluff. They pick up a pair of 2s on the turn, so that might slow him right down. However, again, they still got equity somehow. Got 2 clean outs to the river. Queen of Spades. That is a weird card. So Baruzzi doesn't play the 2. They play queens and 5s with the 4 kicker. Jiu-Jitsu with a boat. The best possible boat. They bet 3.6 blinds and we get a quick call. Top boat will take that one down. Baruzzi's down to 9.2, just barely covering Jensen. Excuse me, we got Ace-7 going for a 4 blind bet. Jensen from the cutoff. King Queen for Jiu-Jitsu is gonna call. 9-6-4 flop. 4 blinds behind, 10 in the middle. Both players with backdoor spade draws. We're gonna get this in on the flop looking for a king or queen, and we fucking find both. Jensen is Gonzo Alonzo. Jiu-Jitsu will scoop about an 18 blind pot and $369. King 8 suited Alistair. Gonna raise to 3.5 blinds. You love to see it. Queen 9 in the big blind. There's no jacks here. 4-2-2 flop. Both players miss. Alistair gonna continue to tell the story and bet third pot. Queen high could be good here, I suppose. Yeah, Jiu-Jitsu will just let that go. King 4 suited. Alistair will open the button. Baruzzi with King 7 suited in the big blind will rip it in for about 9 blinds. Alistair doesn't love this spot. They do just let it go. Good shit. Just another beautiful play by Alistair. I think the best part about Alistair's performance here today is it's not just like great decisions. It's like no wrong decisions. It's like they're all right. And they're just executed to perfection. We got a top pair betting and the ace high folds. Baruzzi gets a little pot, 13, 14 blinds for him. 7-8-0 will rip for about 24 blinds and take it down pre. Jack 8 might just hit the muck. 7-2 hits the muck. Baruzzi says I'm suited. They raise to 2.2. Alistair with King Jack probably just rips and takes it down pre. Unless we want to call. Alistair says no, just jam and take it down pre. 6-6 will rip into jacks. That's kind of rude. Baruzzi's in a tough spot here, dude. They need a 6 that's a non-spade, 1 out. They are dead. Sends out the GGs, and we got a nice heads-up battle brewing here. Another $369 bounty. So the cool thing here is that we know that Alistair got a 5k bounty plus probably a 369 bounty, and then the Jiu-Jitsu, who flopped the nut flush there, they've got a couple of bounties, but they've all been $369. But the main thing to note is here, when we look down at rank 1 and 2, the bounty difference, we don't actually know who's going to finish in first and second place. We got 2 players left. So the cool thing is there's no spoilers. We just get to watch a nice heads up battle. I don't know how much longer is left. Pair of queens versus a pair of aces. Looks like we checked this bad boy down too. Probably only get 1 bet in. Does Alistair even call here? It's an over bet, just slightly though. Spades got there. Any king or ace beats you. Alistair with the pair of queens. That 6 of diamonds is pretty irrelevant. You might actually want something that is more relevant. So Alistair lets that one go when we're moving along. His blinds go up. 8 ace versus 8-7. Jiu-Jitsu from the button will raise the better holding. Alistair calls the big blind and flops a fucking straight. Jack 10-9 flop. Oh, bingo, queen on the turn. Alistair straight is tied. Losing to ace king and any king actually. 4 blind bet on the turn by Jiu-Jitsu. Alistair will just call. Queen on the river pairs the board. The flush draw misses, but this will go check check and we'll chop the pot. Alistair's not going to be too happy about that one after flopping the straight. Pretty shitty run out. Jack 3-0. Gonna go for the open. King 8 suited. Calls from the big blind. 8-7 buy flop. Alistair with an overcard. They got a backdoor straight draw 2 to 10-9. They bet over the pot slightly. 4.5 blinds. Top pair's going nowhere though. 10 on the turn. Alistair picks up equity. Now here's the weird thing. We've got 26 blinds in the middle. 26 blinds behind. 13 in the middle. We bet full pot on the flop. What do we do on the turn if we are gonna bet? We can't really bet full pot again now, can we? Anyways, Alistair checks back the turn. Deuce on the river's a brick. The pair of 8s bets 2 blinds and Alistair will let go of Jack high. Queen 9 versus 10-6. Jiu-Jitsu opens the button. King 9-8 flop. Jiu-Jitsu with the straight draw to the 7. Alistair with the pair of 9s here. Small C bet gets called quickly. 4 on the turn. Whoa, look at this overbet by the straight draw to the 7. 8.5 blinds on the turn here. Alistair with just a pair of 9s. Haven't let go of their holding yet. There's so many draws out there, but there they go. They do find the fold on the turn. That's bad news. 9-4 will open it up. 9-2 will find the fold. Ace 10 suited versus Jack 9 suited. We'll get an open and a call. Ace King 6 flop. Nothing doing for Alistair with the Jack 9. They'll just find the fold facing the C bet. Probably see a small C bet. Ooh. Jiu-Jitsu goes for the bigger sizing, about 3 blinds into 4 1/4. 10-9. Alistair opens the button. King 8 will call the big blind. 5-3-2 flop. Flop goes check check. King on the turn. Top pair for Jiu-Jitsu. It's kind of weird. Their name's Jitsu, not Jiu-Jitsu. Whatever. Anyways, free ace on the river. Does it just go check check? It does. 10 high shows it down, and a pair of kings will take a small one. king 6. Jiu-jitsu will limp it in. Interesting. 7-2. Alistair's forced to see a flop here. 7. Nope, no 7. Jack 4-3 flop. Goes check, check, deuce on the turn. Brings in a straight draw for the king 6. Pair of 2s for Alistair. 8 on the river. I think king high is willing to just show itself down. Alistair's going to have to go for a bet here if they want any more pennies in the middle, and they find the 1 blind bet. And the king 6 just hits the mark. Nicely done by Jiu-Jitsu. 8-9 suited. Alistair will open the button. Jack 2 in the big blind. 3 bets to 7. Oh, we might get called here. This is a spicy pot. Jack 2 high, no suit. And we flop queen 6-6. Paired board, but the flush draw for Alistair. They got backdoor straight draws out their ass. They see a very small bet here, about a quarter pot. Alistair calls and makes a pair. 9 on the turn. No equity for oh, he's got a jack. Still drawing to the jack. And they could always go for some big bets to buy the pot. No. I guess the stack to pot ratio is about 1-to-1, so there's only one more big bet left. Jiu-Jitsu will give up the bluff. 6 on the river, a boat for Alistair. We are not comfy calling it all in though. We are not. The flush misses. I don't know if that's relevant though. Very small bet, 4.8 blinds. Alistair will probably sniff this one out and find the call. Feels like you're getting milked, but you got enough showdown value to call. It does kind of feel like Jack's 10s. Jacks and 10s. Alistair raises to 11.3 and takes the pot down. Riddle me that one. Riddle me that one. Was that a value raise from like ace king? Or against ace king? Like trying to get called by ace king is what I'm trying to say. Or just maybe even ace high. Because they would play 3 6s with ace queen. Very interesting. Alistair, I think that was a value raise. Like super, super thin, but anyways, we got a 8 high going for a check raise on the queen 9-2 or queen 9-3 flop. 10-8 for Jiu-Jitsu with the straight draw to the jack. Calls the check raise. 7 on the turn. Makes them open-ended. 3-6 on the river. That's a straight. Alistair has a straight blocker. I don't think we... Obviously, we don't check call. I don't think we check raise bluff, though. With our straight blocker, I don't think we lead bluff either. Jiu-Jitsu bets over the pot. That'll easily get Alistair out of there. Oh, and do we get another break here? Oh, that's going to spoil how much longer we got left in the video. Okay, everybody close your eyes on the count of 3. I'm going to skip forward, okay? 1. Oh, by the way, you better have your eyes closed by the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I think I skipped forward 6 times. There we go, we got cards. Oh, wait, but then I opened my eyes so I know how much longer is left. Anyways, I think I just spoiled how much longer is left. We got a limp pot, 8-6 suited. 10-7 for Alistair. We'll raise it up. Flush draw versus 2 pairs. Oh, and a straight draw for Alistair as well to the 9. We might get this all in on the flop. Holy shit, yo. Jiu-Jitsu raises the lead to 6 blinds. Like if I'm Alistair, I just yoink it in. Quick call by 2 pairs. We're looking for some stuff. Heart will do. 110 is not enough. A 60 blind pot will slide over to Jiu-Jitsu's way. Looking for a heart, a 9, runner, 10-7. Anyways, Alistair's down to about nothing, but we're going to get this in pre for 16 blinds. We're looking for a queen or a jack. Alistair's back in the game. 16.5 blinds for him. Did that chop? They chopped. Oh no, 2 pairs, 6s and 4s with the ace kicker I didn't realize. And then we're going to get this in 2 ace highs. A deuce, a spade? No, a king on the river. There we go. Alistair finally gets their double up. There's their double up. No 2 pairs and shit like that. Oh, but 8s versus king queen. We'll get this in pre. For about 32 blinds. 33 in total. Alistair 3-bet small to 5.5. Eats happily 4-bet all in. Any kings or queens? Jack is no help. And a 4 on the river. Jiu-Jitsu does get the job done. Where did they start this bad boy off at? Nicely done, Jiu-Jitsu. What a beautiful game by Alistair as well. Just through the whole thing. Jiu-Jitsu with about 26 blinds. They're covered by quite a few people, dude. And then Alistair in second place just barely with 34. Fabi with the big stack. Unfortunately, didn't get the job done here today. But that's the end of the show. So if you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this bullshit out. Hopefully, we'll see you in another video. And until then, adios, amigos.